Hey everybody, welcome back to the Court of Random Opinion. My name is Lauren Neidigh. So I wanted to do this stream. It's not going to be a super long one. I wasn't planning on doing this because I've been getting an increasing number of comments and questions about some channels that are saying Blake Lively and Meryl Streep have this like epic beef. And I've been seeing that with like a bunch of different celebrity names in that recently. And Celeste IQ is one of the channels I've been getting comments about most recently, and I have to delete them because I'm like, I don't want to spread this false information. But it feels like more and more people are seeing these videos. A lot of times these channels aren't successful in like hitting the algorithm and getting their false information out there, which is good. But unfortunately, this one has. So I want to go over that. I'm going to show you how you can kind of tell when something is fake. We'll actually fact check some of the stuff or a couple of the things that they're going to put in there, but we're not going to watch too much of their videos. Here's why this is happening. If you go here to, this is the Celeste IQ channel I keep getting comments about, and I'm assuming a lot of those comments are from actual bot accounts themselves, but then I've seen also some comments from some of my more regular channel viewers, so I just wanted to make sure everybody knows what to look out for. Yeah. So this channel, if you just look at the thumbnails, let me move my head so you can do that. Wow, that's not what I meant to do here. That's better. All right. If you just look at the thumbnails here, you can kind of see like it's a little, this looks like AI bot shit. We'll click on the videos tab, right? Jennifer Lawrence exposes Blake Lively's lies and backstabbing. She stole my movie. Meryl Streep, Florence Pugh. And there was an Emma Stone one in here somewhere. Yeah, there it is. Emma Stone finally reveals how Blake Lively tried to erase her from Hollywood. Yeah, none of this shit is real, guys. Here's why they're doing it. When they finally hit the algorithm, like they did with this Meryl Streep one here, see they got over 100 and over 120,000 now views, and lots of comments because people, you know, obviously it's not a stretch to think that Blake Lively would have a problem with another celebrity at this point, but unfortunately these people are making this shit up. If you see this join button right here, not only is this channel getting the ad revenue from all those views and all the watch time, they're also having people join the channel and pay $5 a month, right? And people will do it because they're like, oh, I'm not getting this information on any other channel. How are you finding this stuff? You guys are so good at this. No, they're just making it up. So they're trying to like form a scandal with like old clips that are irrelevant and shit. We'll watch a little tiny bit of this one. Warning, coming on a little strong. How am I coming on strong? I don't know what you mean. Okay. Warning, this is going to make your ears bleed for a few seconds. So. That was horrifying. Like somebody's brain is short-circuiting there. Like, what are you doing? First of all, and I can't believe this many people still wanted to watch after that. But all right, so it goes into some clips. You got some tweets and stuff that they're going to put in here, but these things are not related to the topic at hand. Here.
War, silence, and morality had become a sleek, redemption-driven narrative, tailored for...
You can tell that's an AI voice.
Blake's PR-friendly image. And then the scheduling conflict happened. That's what Netflix called it. But inside the industry, people whispered something else. Blake didn't just rewrite the script. She erased the person who made it art. One tweet said, they turned a...
Okay, so page 6 leaks. March 12th, 2025. Let's do a little bit of research here. It says, they turned a street masterclass into a Blake Lively Instagram caption. This is actually insane. And this AI channel is trying to say that Blake Lively erased or was trying to erase Meryl Streep from her film. So let's go to page 6 leaks here. Hang on. Look at that. There's no page 6 leaks on Twitter. Weird, right? No, it's just made up. Let's go back to the video real quick. And I just want to make sure I typed it in right. Page 6 leaks. Yep, I did. Okay. And then here in the comments, look at like they're like trying to convince people as well that they are like working really hard on this stuff. And they've like come up with something, you know, special here. It says, we spent hours digging through deleted tweets, buried timelines, and sources that were never meant to be public. These stories, most people don't even know they existed. Well, that's because you invented it in an AI computer brain. Because powerful teams made sure they never saw the light of day. See, they're trying to exploit this whole issue just to get more ad revenue or whatever. And every time we upload something like this, we risk the channel getting flagged, silenced, or worse. If you want to help keep us going, give us your money. Yeah. Join the channel. Become one of those people helping us expose the truth while others hide it. So you have to pay $5 a month to expose this truth while others are trying to hide it. Your support keeps the editor working. It keeps the leaks alive. And it tells the algorithm, this story matters. Good thing you hearted your own comment there, bud. I mean, don't get me wrong. I like my own comments all the time because if I don't like them, you know, who else would? But I understand that's strange behavior. I'm a weird person. Okay, so maybe you shouldn't, you know, heart your comments where everyone can see it because it's just kind of like an obvious bot thing to do. All right. Hey guys, sorry, I'm just checking in on everybody in the chat here. Hi Zach, how's it going? Worst intro on YouTube? Hey, I think we could do worse than that. Maybe someday I'll surprise you with something even more terrible. All right. And okay, let's just for good measure, let's say this was just like a weird one-off, right? Let's go to their next video, which was Florence Pugh reveals what really happened between Meryl Streep and Blake Lively. And I skipped ahead here a lot. These quotes come from nowhere, by the way. They often start out using other people's content. Let's see. Yeah, so they have some of the same clips that we just scrolled over in that last one are in this one because it's just all bullshit. Let's see. We have this here from Film Leaker Z. It says, Florence's original VO line from In the Gray just dropped. It's better than anything Blake put in the final cut. This is what they erased. Okay. Now look at this. If you Google Florence Pugh Blake Lively movie, you get like this. This is the first thing that comes up right here for me. It's bullshit. And then there's Zach, which we like Zach way better. However, that video, Zach's video there is not even about the topic that I tried to Google because the topic that I tried to Google is like a make-believe story that this AI channel came up with in order to get your money. Lauren, are you sure this wasn't planted by the CIA guy? I don't know exactly who's behind these bot channels. But they've been around for a while and they do it on a myriad of topics, right? So like any hot topic going on right now, these AI channels will put out a fake story about it. And you can see it's like really poorly put together. There's always like an AI narrator. There's always other people's content or, you know, just like random clips in the background. You don't actually hear any of the interviews a lot of the time. This channel is really pushing. An article pops up in my feed daily from them. Yeah, and it sucks, dude. It sucks. Thank you for the two, by the way. I appreciate that. Okay. So, no, Blake Lively and Meryl Streep, this situation is not even real. And then the Florence Pugh thing, let's go back here. Film Leaker Z, we'll do the same thing we did with page 6 leaks here. Film Leaker Z. Okay, so there is an actual account this time, but they have 0 following, 0 followers, and haven't tweeted apparently in a long time, since June 2022. So almost 3 years ago was their last tweet. So obviously that's made up. And then there's another one in here, I believe, but let's see. Here we go. Film realness. Okay. So here's what I'm looking at now. Film realness. Let's see if that's an actual account. Nope. No film realness, guys. So if you're watching these videos and you're wondering, is this real? The first thing you can do is just Google the story. See if any major news outlets are picking it up or if any other like more reputable YouTubers who cover stuff on a regular basis related to the topic at hand, if they're not covering it, it's probably not real, right? Does anyone think the former CIA is bringing this all back? Dude, so these AI channels have been around for a while. I don't think it's like, I don't know. I think that those people will absolutely point to these stories and all the comments in the comment section and be like, look, these people will believe anything. That's why they think Blake's lying. It's because they're stupid. That's what they're hoping will happen with this. So that's probably what, these AI channels, they can actually like really hurt the cause in a way, because it's like when people see this and it looks really realistic. Because I fell for like a TikTok or something not that long ago where it was like one of the people who worked on Deadpool. It looked just like him. It sounded just like him, but no, it was an AI. And these really realistic looking AI things, sometimes people do it for like humor and shit like that, and they'll disclose that. They'll say this is like a parody or whatever, and this is an AI. And that's one thing. But channels like this are predatory, and they just want you to give them your money. They want your, time, your ad revenue, and they want you to join their channel membership so they continue pushing this content out and making money for literally doing nothing except for, fiction. I actually don't think this is like a Blake Lively PR thing. I think this is just like regular asshole people being scammers, and I hate it. I absolutely do think that can be taken advantage of, though, from their PR team to be like, look, they're spreading all this BS on all the Justin Baldoni, Reddits and whatever. And if a journalist were to pick up something like this, they would then be like, see, they're unreliable. See, they don't know what they're talking about. So it sucks. Can they get sued? I mean, I don't know. I don't think that would be worth it. Honestly, they're not usually very successful. But I think that if they steal your content, which they have done, I'll show you to Kirsty Flaw, they actually did in one of these. And Andy and Kim are in one of them too. Because they steal their clips and stuff and they put them on these channels. I think you probably copyright claim it if you wanted to, but also that's like people on YouTube, like we don't really like to copyright strike each other. So I don't know, even if with an AI channel, it's kind of like, do I really want to do that? I don't know. You'd have to ask. But remember the wild days of the internet when spam and viruses were super common? This reminds me of that. Yeah. All right. So obviously this is crap. None of these tweets are real. Most of the accounts are not even real. And then let's, the AI creators often include disclaimers at the beginning or end. Yeah, the disclaimer at the beginning of this video does not let you know, hey, this is a fake story, by the way. So we can take a look at it, though. Not this one. I'm looking at the wrong tab here.
He's not the cat.
Hold on. There was one in here somewhere. You're right, though. Like, they do usually put something in there, but this one's not in here. And then it's always like some rando bot account. Look at that. Theater Whisper X. Even the fake accounts are body. Like that. Come on, man. That pic of Florence and Meryl sitting in the back row of their own show after curtain call. That's the kind of legacy PR can't buy. Yeah. All right, hang on. I think, and like, look, here's another one. And you can see, like, if you just look at the thumbnails, like, look at these thumbnails. Like, these are clearly fake AI pictures and a lot of them. And I know some creators do use like AI photos and they're, in my opinion, more realistic looking than this in their thumbnails, which is fine. But these are all like very dramatic, very fake. Like, look at this. Ryan Reynolds has explosive reaction after Blake Lively's alleged affair with co-star, and then it has him and it says breaking, you fucking slut. It's just meant to get you to click. And that's obviously just them on Gossip Girl set or when they were dating, her and Penn. So like, I look at this. I made a huge mistake. And like Ryan Reynolds is looking unhealthy in that photo. Like, holy crap. That's obviously not real. So how Ben Shapiro completely destroyed Blake Lively is unbelievable. Let's see. That one might be real. I don't know. Maybe I've never heard Ben Shapiro talk about this stuff, but I never checked. So Blake Lively loses it after Ryan Reynolds files for divorce. This changes everything. Like, it's all fake shit. Oh, yeah. Blake Lively breaks down in court as Megyn Kelly exposes shocking evidence. The trial is next year. Idiots. Okay. Where did I find? Here's another one. And you can kind of tell, like, so they always have this kind of line at the bottom of their thumbnails as well. But here's a disclaimer, like the one that commenter was just talking about. So you're correct that they do put them up there. They don't really mean anything because they're not being honest. Hang on. Okay. Disclaimer. This video serves informational and entertainment purposes only. Our goal is to present public discussions, clarify details, provide context, and address any misinformation. Really? Where possible, we aim to challenge false claims and present accurate narratives. We follow responsible reporting practices, ensuring that all that's hilarious. Ensuring that all provided details come from verified sources. What, like deleted or fake Twitter accounts that never tweeted those things in the first place? We strive for fairness by fact-checking and sharing reliable information to the best of our capabilities. Sources used include articles, tweets, TikTok videos, and digital media outlets. Unless specifically stated otherwise, the content is considered speculative and should not be treated as confirmed fact. We encourage you to conduct your research and form your conclusions. Yes. So they can kind of point to that and say maybe, hey, we said it was speculative, but making something up is not speculative. Inventing a fake tweet is not speculative. It's fake. It's a lie. So whatever. And then you see, like, people tag creators in these, and like especially like smaller creators or newer creators, we're not always gonna know. And Elsrich didn't respond to this, but somebody tagged her there, and I was just like, this is an AI crap channel. See how long it takes for that to get deleted. But you know, and then here's one where they're using Kirsty and Andy and Kim.
Hated each other, but one of the producers
so they're talking about the Meryl Streep thing, but then they use, and like, look how sloppy this is in the beginning. They cut her clip from like a different topic, and then they try to present it here as if she's talking about what they're saying she's talking about.
The source said that they hated each other, but one of the producers walked.
Look how fast that went. They oh, gotta get that off the screen. Okay, hang on.
The source said that they hated each other, but one of the...
Okay, Rooney Mara replaces Blake Lively as lead in Steven Soderbergh's Side Effects. So does anybody know what that has to do with Meryl Streep canceling Blake Lively after she tried to backstab her? Because... Okay, anyways, here's a bunch of unrelated shit. This is obviously a simple favor. This is not related to what this AI channel is trying to make it look like. So they use a lot of Kirsty's content. I've even seen mine used on some bigger, or not bigger channels, but longer running ones. Like they'll do like a 24-hour live stream, and they'll basically just play other people's content. Let's see.
Happening for a long, long time.
AI narrator.
But again, it just shows the kind of reputation that Blake Lively has had in the industry for so long that people refuse to finance a movie if she's in it.
Back in 2012.
So like they're using Kirsty, they like take her clips to try to prove their point or give credibility to their story, but what she's saying actually has nothing to do with this at all. It's from like a different video related to a different person, different topic, whatever.
When Blake was still pretending to be Hollywood's next golden girl, she got slapped with reality real fast. Steven Soderbergh's Side Effects had her name attached for about 5 minutes before the people with the money basically said, yeah, no thanks. And not in a sweet, gentle way. They refused to fund the movie if Blake stayed in it. Literally pulled the plug because they couldn't trust her to carry a serious project. They didn't even bother with a PR spin about scheduling conflicts or creative differences. Basically a walking Instagram filter before Instagram filters were even a thing. And did she take the hint?
What again are we even talking about here?
In weeks, her people were demanding a producer credit.
How confident she is to just say, I have no qualms lying.
And here's where they're using like Andy and Kim, who are obviously talking about this thing with Justin Baldoni. And it's like, what the fuck are you actually using this for? Like Meryl Streep. What does this have to do with Meryl Streep? Nothing. Like you're full of shit. Lady Jen, thank you, Lauren, for telling us. No problem. No problem. And like I said, I fell for a realistic looking AI not too long ago, and then I luckily deleted it pretty quickly, so it didn't do any damage or anything like that. But it's just so annoying, dude. All right. But yeah, these channels like Celeste IQ, James West. Like if you just click on the channel, it's just an AI person right there. Look at that. Just an AI person. Like, what is that? And so the more these gain traction, the more these scammers are making money off of these videos. Let's see. And just for the record, like, we can Google, like, what movie was Blake Lively in with Meryl Streep? And you get just these like AI channels and then another Simple Favor trailer, but I'm pretty sure they're not in that together. Yeah. Meryl Streep breaks silence. Meryl Streep reveals. Lady Meryl Streep in new shit. Go away. I mean, not to do with Blake Lively. I was just, of course she's done shit. You know what I mean? But you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. But yeah. It's pretty irritating. I don't know, man. Like, just don't be lazy. Don't be that lazy. It's a scummy thing to do. It's one thing, like, I don't even like AI channels that use an AI bot to narrate and stuff like that. When it's not make-believe content. Like, I don't even like that. I won't like go out there and try to like burn them or anything like that. I'm not watching that shit. Like, I want to see work from a person. I want to hear from a person. That seems more trustworthy to me. It seems like somebody actually gives a shit about what they're presenting, than somebody who uses an AI bot. So yeah. Vibe Pan, thank you for the $20 for your mom's birthday. Thanks for keeping this mommy sleuths entertained while taking care of sick kiddo. Thank you. I hope your kid feels better. I'm sorry about that. I've reported several of the channels and YouTube didn't do anything. Yeah, I don't know if they ever will, man. I don't know if they ever will. I always tell YouTube not to recommend. Yeah, me too. I did go searching for them just for the purposes of this video, but I keep seeing these comments and I just want everyone to know, like, do not trust these. This is not real. If you just like, I definitely Google things before. I would Google before you even bother watching the video, because otherwise you're just giving these scammers your ad revenue, or you're not giving them money, but they're getting ad revenue from your time. You know what I mean? Which, it's one thing if that's an actual person. Like, if somebody makes a report and it's incorrect and they come back and correct that, it's like, that's one thing, right? But if you're inventing things and like fake Twitter accounts and fake tweets and stuff to try to lend credibility to some scam that you're selling, because no other channels are trying to sell this scam, so yours is going to be at the top of the list anytime someone searches for, oh, I heard something was going on between Blake and Meryl Streep. So they Google that, bam, that person is the go-to. All right. So yeah, guys, hopefully that made sense. I'm going to get back to work now because I got a few more hours left on the clock. And I only have, I don't know how much break time I have left. I'll have to go check. But I'm going to save it just in case something else comes up later this afternoon. So thanks everyone for being here. I appreciate you, and I will see you all soon. Bye.